Britain's first flight taking asylum seekers to Rwanda has been hit by legal headwinds. The flight was pulled at the last minute after the European Court of Human Rights issued ruling to stop the deportation. The flight cancellation comes as an embarrassment for Johnson's government. Remember, Foreign Secretary Liz Truss had insisted that the Kigali-bound plane would leave no matter how many people were on board. But the flight was cancelled after the plane's engines had been started and cabin crew was seen boarding. The number of those due to be put on the flight had dwindled from an original 130 to 7 and finally none. The grounding followed an urgent ECHR ruling that at least one of the asylum seekers should stay in Britain. The interim measure prevented the deportation of an Iraqi man booked on the flight. The court, which rules on possible human rights violations, said there were no guarantees for his legal future in Rwanda. The Strasbourg-based court said that expulsion should wait until British courts have taken a final decision on the legality of the policy. The High Court in London is due to hold a judicial review in July to decide on the legality of this scheme. But the UK government, which has refused to budge over its expulsion plan, says that it was highly disappointed that the flight was cancelled due to legal appeals. But it has vowed to pursue the controversial policy. Home Secretary Preeti Patel voiced disappointment but also said the government would not be deterred and would prepare for the next flight. Now, these are the migrants who arrived illegally by crossing the English Channel in small boats from Europe. The British government's plan to send some migrants to the East African country has received widespread criticism and protests. However, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said his government would not be put off by such criticism. London argues that deporting migrants would deter the dangerous journeys and will also break the business model of people smuggling networks.